Hey up everyone! So today's movie I'm discussing on the channel is the third film in Ty West's X Trilogy. The third film is called MaXXXine and is once again centered around our girl on her quest for fame, Maxine Minx, played in this film by Goth. This one is set in 1985 in Los Angeles, where Maxine is now an established porn actress, but she's trying to make her way into the real movies. But when a mysterious figure known as the Night Stalker starts killing off girls in Hollywood and threatens Maxine's big break into the movies, Maxine must confront her murderous past in order to move forward. Weirdly, I never got around to doing full reviews for the two previous movies in this franchise, so for you guys at home, this is where I stand with the franchise. I really loved Pearl, really liked X, and with Maxine, it's probably at the bottom of the trilogy for me. I'm not saying that it's bad, I actually had a fair bit of fun watching this film, but it is the weakest of the trilogy for me because it's the one which feels the least cohesive. Like, I get what Ty West was going for with this film. It very much is a love letter to 80s horror and the video nasties of that time. I'm just not sure it was all glued together properly though, because there is a lot going on in this film, because it's part noir, it's part mystery, it's part thriller, part comedy, part horror, and yeah, it didn't all quite click into place for me. It was just a little rough around the edges. Like with the previous two films, I knew very much what those two films were individually trying to be, and with this one, it just feels a little bit messy. Like it just bites off a little bit more than it can chew, and yeah, I don't think it quite fully knew what it was supposed to be. But let's talk positives first, because I really did love the cinematography of this film. This is one of the best looking horror films I've seen recently, and you know, there's lots of clever little flourishes that make it feel more like a film that's from the 80s. There's a lot of neon lighting and camera choices that are more akin to the 80s style, and even the editing choices as well, with like screen wipes and split screens as well. Those are things that you feel are very quintessentially 80s. The production design was great, the score and the soundtrack choices really worked for me. The performances were also really good, okay? Goth once again is serving it as Maxine, but I do think out of the three films, this is probably the one where she's got fewer moments to really show off. Like, you know how in Pearl she had that really long one-take monologue, you know, which really let her like shine. With this, while she does have some fun moments, and you know, her audition for the movie that she wants to be in, The Puritan 2, that was a really cool moment, nice way to start off the film and demonstrates her ability as an actress. But yeah, this one just didn't feel like as much of a satisfying, for lack of a better term, climax for Maxine as I would have hoped. But I'll tell you who was really good in this film, Kevin Bacon. Like, he was so much fun to watch as this sleazy PI guy. Like, he read the script, understood the assignment, knew exactly the character you want to play, and just chewed the scenery, had a lot of fun with it. When Kevin Bacon's having fun, you're having fun. But where I think the film fumbles is with how it wraps things up, okay? The finale of this film didn't quite work for me. And the reason for that is because it does feel a bit repetitive, because we see something play out in Maxine's head, like the idealized fairy tale ending that she imagines. You know, it's very La La Land like that. And then the ending comes along and it's kind of the same ending. And it's just like, okay, well, we already saw this, okay? We've seen the ending twice, okay? It just feels unnecessary. Also, everything about the ending was very tell, don't show, and it's supposed to be the other way around. And when the film finally did wrap up, I was like, oh, that's it? Okay. It just wasn't as satisfying as I thought it was going to be. And as far as kills and thrills go in this film, there was one scene in an alleyway which really prompted a huge response from the audience, okay? Like, people were like leaping out of chairs, squirming, yeah. They were clutching things. It was uncomfortable. Yeah, it was a real shocker moment, and it was fun to watch. But it's quite early on in the movie, and at no other point in the movie does the film ever reach those levels of shock and delight and, you know, disgustingness. After that moment, the film just kind of lets off the gas, and like the film never regains the same momentum. Like, don't get me wrong, the film is still fun to watch, but it just never reaches those heights again. Also, the writing was a little bit dodge in places, you know, some really on-the-nose dialogue, but also like some of the character motivations just were very underbaked. Like, there's one character, actually no, two characters that help Maxine kill off another character. And I can kind of understand why one of them's doing it. You know, they have a vested interest in Maxine. But the other one, I'm just like, why are you here? Like, why are you helping out? Why are you becoming a killer for this person? It's just like, it's not very well explored is all. Like, I don't know why these people are willingly becoming killers with Maxine. So yeah, it's things like that, and also the film's ending, where I feel like the script probably could have used one or two more rewrites. All right then, shall we ask them 3 questions? Firstly, would I watch it again? Yeah, I would. Despite its flaws, I still had a good time with it, and even though I think it's the weakest of the three, this would still be a very fun triple bill. So yeah, I'd give it another go. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Again, I personally think this is the weakest of the trilogy, but after the screening ended and I was speaking to other film journalists, some of my friends like Ren Geekness said it was their favorite of the trilogy, and that's perfectly valid. So I do think it's one of those movies where if you're a fan of the first two, go check it out, judge for yourself. And then do let me know in the comment section below, how do you rank the three movies in Ty West's X Trilogy? Really want to know how you rank them, guys. Let me know in that comment section below. Anyway, the third question, what score to give it out of 10? I had a pretty good time with it. I don't think it's as good as X or Pearl, but there was still a lot that I really enjoyed about it, like the aesthetic, the performances, the score, the sound. So yeah, I'm gonna give MaXXXine a score of 7 out of 10. But as always, guys, it is just one bloke's opinion. I would love to hear from you. Have you seen MaXXXine? If you have, what do you make of this movie? Let me know in that comment section down below. If you've enjoyed the video, help me out with a little thumbs up button. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars-related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Harefield, and I'll see you next time. MaXXXine!